Today I want to show you an interesting design by Bell. This is the X-Case 3-way brief pack. It's called that because of this modular design. You can carry it in multiple configurations. As a regular briefcase, it has a shoulder carry strap, and then you can convert it into a backpack. It has a large expandable side pocket. This more than doubles the volume on the pack, as well as attachment points for the Bell accessories. I think that makes the X-Case a very versatile pack that works good for a variety of trip types. Before I go into the specs on this bag, I wanted to show you some of the configurations on the X-Case because I think the modularity is one of the main reasons why you might choose this pack. It's called the Brief Pack because at the core, this bag is really a briefcase, large, rectangular, kind of briefcase organization, lots of pockets, kind of a standard top carry handle. However, it also has this gigantic side compartment and the backpack straps, which really opens this bag up into a whole new realm of possibilities. I just filled up this back part with about a weekend's worth of clothes, converted it into the backpack carry mode. You can see now you can use this thing for a variety of trips outside of just a briefcase. You can use it for work, gym, commuting, or if you pack down light enough for short weekend trips. The dimensions on the X-Case are going to depend on what you put in it and whether you're using the expansion pocket or not. Going back to the core briefcase, the way I'm measuring it here, it's about 18 inches long. It's around 13 inches wide, and then anywhere between 6 and 7 depending on how much you squish down this expansion pocket. That makes this small enough to work as a personal item on most airlines. And just to show you, this is an 18 by 14 by 8 sizer box. This bag is gonna fit in here fairly easily. Some of the straps kind of get caught, but there's plenty of room. But remember, you can stuff this side pocket really full with gear, which is definitely gonna make it go over the personal item size. And if you stuff it too full, it could even go over the width on the carry-on item size. For capacity, the main briefcase part is listed at 20 liters with a total max capacity of 42, meaning this section is listed at 22 liters. Test that out. I'll fill it with packing peanuts and transfer them into my marked container. There's a lot of pockets in that thing. I think take up a lot of the volume. 20 liters I think is being really ambitious. I'd call the main compartment more like 15 liters. This side pocket is tricky because it's expandable. You can fit a lot or a little in there. I actually just measured out 22 liters and it does fit, but you can see this pocket is pretty much completely maxed out. This is what it looks like fully packed out. It's got compression straps which help. I measured it, it's about 13 inches wide, fully packed out. So realistically, let's say max 22 plus 15, so we'll say 37 liter pack. Now let's have a look at the materials, quality, hardware, construction. If you watch my NX case review, you'll know Bell pretty much uses the highest quality of everything in every category. They don't state the fabric on their website for some reason, but some handy tags in here tell me it's made from Cordura nylon as well as X-Pac, and it's pretty easy to tell which is which. X-Pac is going to be on this expansion pocket over here, and then the Cordura nylon pretty much on the rest of the bag. Same thing with the hardware. We have magnetic clasps, large YKK water-resistant zippers. I use Fidlock buckles, and then just generally large YKK nylon buckles and adjusters. Now let's have a look at the organization on the X-Case. There's a lot going on with this bag. There's a ton of pockets and compartments, a lot of which are going to be used differently depending on the orientation you use the bag. For example, briefcase carry mode, you have this top fuzzy line pocket, this little section right here. Also have this top carrying handle, and you can get this thing out of the way by either taking off this little Velcro padded handle or by unclipping the magnetic straps from this side. On one side of the bag, you have a very small pocket. It's pretty much just for storing the shoulder strap. The other side, it's the similar pocket. The other end of the shoulder strap buckle is gonna fold down in this one slimmer pocket. But on the outside of that is a larger water bottle pocket. This thing expands out. It's gonna fit one of these slimmer water bottles without any problem, but it's too small for those larger 1 liter fat bottles. Over on the back behind the water bottle pocket, have the laptop compartment, side access, water resistant zipper. This thing is decently padded, really thick padding on this side, thinner padding on the inside. Doesn't really have a false bottom, but there's just so much padding and fabric on this part of the bag. It should be fine unless you set it down really hard. This thing pretty much maxes out. This is a 15.5-inch dell. That's gonna fit in there, but you can see don't really have any wiggle room, so nothing really bigger is gonna fit in there, but the 15.5 fit fine. On the back side again, expansion pocket. There's one little side pocket down here. It's really small. I can barely get my hand in there. It's supposed to be for a water bottle, one of these kind of really slim water bottles. You can fit it in there. It's a little bit tight though, but it does work. This is gonna be better if you're carrying it in backpack mode. Also, this would be a good place for like a small, thin tripod or an umbrella. Then I'll show you, this is an interesting setup. I'll knock these compression straps out of the way, but this pocket actually has two zippers. You'll see there's one right here on the top that you go into this pocket. You'll see there's two more top access zipper pockets in here. So when you're carrying this in briefcase mode, this actually just acts like a large front briefcase pocket. And there's two sets of straps, one on the front and one on the bottom. These right here, super long strap. These are going to be used as compression straps for compressing down this expansion pocket when you get really full. You could also use it if you wanted, stick something in here like a large jacket if you wanted to carry it on the outside of your pack. These are both also completely removable. Have a metal slide buckle over here, attaches on the top and the bottom. You can take the entire strap off. And I don't have it, but this is also where you would attach the accessory, the annex liner. In the bottom of the pack, two more sets of straps. These are much smaller. This is about the max size that you can get it. These aren't removable. They have a little strap keeper here to keep the strap out of the way if you don't want it. These are gonna be good for smaller kind of rolled items, like maybe a small jacket. You could put a yoga mat down here, or maybe a towel. The last external feature to show you is the gear accessory loops. These are located on all the four skinny sides of the bag. These are intended to attach the Cordura accessories like the annex case or carrier. I'll show you with the case because this is the one I have. When you buy the annex case, it's gonna come with 8 of these little YKK buckle attachments. These are for attaching all the accessories. You're gonna take the end with this little button and put it through alternating loops on whatever case you're putting on. These are just gonna slide under the tab here, put the little keeper on top of the strap, and that'll just keep it from sliding around. You're gonna attach it to the X case using these little loops over here on the side of the bag, the bottom, the other side, and also the top. The connection's fairly easy. You're just gonna take the other end, put it through the tab so these two sections are sticking all the way through, and then clip it on. And just so you close up with that buckle, this end is in the case, this end is on the bag. It's got a little tab here, little hole, just clip it shut. And to show you this thing, it's gonna be a little bit wobbly on here because it attaches in the middle. However, this thing is very secure and is not gonna come off. To remove this, just do the opposite thing. Squeeze this together, unclasps, clip, clip, and just pull it out. And because you have 8 of these things, I would just leave them attached to the case. They're not gonna go anywhere, keeps you from losing them. And then when you take this thing on and off, it's just a lot easier to attach it to the bag. You can move around the orientation if you're changing the configuration on the pack. Now coming around, let's talk about the carry system. When you're in briefcase mode, there's 2 ways to carry the X case. Just a regular top padded handle. It's like a regular briefcase. And then there's a shoulder carry strap, which is gonna be stored inside these 2 side pockets. The strap attaches this gigantic, durable metal Fidlock buckle. It's magnetic, so you just get these things close, locks into place, detach it, just pull on this little tab, it comes undone. Comes with a large, thick padding. This thing also has those accessory strap loops if you wanted to put something on here. It's removable, big Velcro panel if you want to take it completely off. That's what that looks like in briefcase mode. Padding works great. If anything, I would say this is maybe a little bit short. I have it extended all the way out here. So this is the lowest you can hang the bag. Then again, if you're not using this thing, you probably want to take this padding off. It's kind of big, detach the buckles, and then each of these sides is just gonna store in this side pocket. The last carry mode is backpack carry. If you had this in the briefcase, you probably had these shoulder straps stowed away. They tuck in behind this back padding here, a little button clip to keep it in place. Those are going to attach down here, large buckle on the bottom, which in briefcase mode, these will also tuck away behind the back padding. Which, when you're looking at it, decently padded, good padding strips over here. There is a luggage carry strap in the middle and a ton of great air ventilation. These straps work great. They're really wide, thick, padded, squishy, soft mesh back here. Great breathability on the back with an adjustable sternum strap. These come with a hip strap as well. It's a pretty basic, just nylon strap without any padding. It's got a little clasp here for hooking into a fabric loop behind these bottom buckles in the corners of the bag. Again, just very simple strap. These are going to take a little bit of weight off your shoulders, but they don't have any kind of padding. Now I'll show you the interior organization, that briefcase part of the bag, and then how to use this expansion pocket. The briefcase zipper is here in the top. To get into that, you're going to have to remove this handle. Just either unclip these magnetic clasps, or you could just take this handle padding off completely. This is going to open with a full 3/4 zip going around, accessing the main compartment. On the front here is a laptop tablet sleeve. It's got this Fidlock adjuster. This thing is really nice. It just magnetically clasps into place when you just let it go. But to detach it, you have to pull it down, so it's very secure. On the side over here, a little water bottle pocket. You could pretty much put anything in there, but also just conveniently holds a water bottle very well. It's a little hard to see, but the other side just has a ton of pockets and organizers. These two down here in the bottom, these are padded, kind of 3D pouches. Really skinny, short pocket here, maybe for pencils. And then this larger zip pocket here goes almost all the way down to the bottom. This other side, there's two sleeves down here. There's these two side access pockets for pen and pencil. And then this thing is kind of cool. It's just this Velcro strap with 4 little pockets. I have a little tile in there, and then you can use these other ones like SD cards. And on the top inside lid, 2 more smaller mesh zipper pockets. And then you just have this big sleeve. It goes all the way through in the back. Not sure what you do with that, but you could put something back there. Now onto the expansion pocket. This is a unique design I haven't seen on any other bags. Adds a lot of versatility to this pack. To get to this thing, you gotta take off the compression straps if you have them on. Remember I said before, it has 2 access points. So there's just this regular top zipper here, just acts like a regular pocket if you're using this in briefcase mode. But the main part of this thing is gonna clip over here on the side with these 2 little buckles, kind of like how the top of like a roll top or full top backpack work. However, instead of having a roll top here, you're just gonna have a large center zipper. Then at the bottom, you can see those 2 pockets that you'd access from that top zipper. Probably not gonna use these if you're carrying a lot of gear in here. This entire flap is actually attached with these 2 little buckles, so you can lift this thing up. There's another little stretchy mesh pocket back here if you wanted to put something else in here. So this thing basically just acts like a giant duffel bag attached to the side of the briefcase down there. And remember I said before, this thing is about 22 liters, so quite a lot of volume, adds a lot of versatility to this design. If you're using this mostly for work, this could be where you store your gym clothes, extra jackets, something like that. If you were converting back and forth between a briefcase and a travel bag, this area right here is where you're gonna store a bulk of your clothes. And then just to show you how much you can fit in here, I have pants, shorts, 2 t-shirts, long sleeve shirt, socks and underwear. So this thing holds a ton, and it's pretty easy to convert it between a travel bag and a briefcase. Just throw your gear in there, strap these down, strap on the compression straps, and you're ready to go. And there's still a decent amount of room in this main compartment. Stick a packing cube in there, toiletry bag, sunglasses, and then a bunch of my electronics and accessories, and all these other smaller pockets. And that's everything in there. You still have plenty of room left, so I'm actually just gonna stick a lightweight jacket here on top. I also stuck the annex case over here on the side so you can see what it looks like. Full travel mode here. all that gear, plenty of room for stuff for 3 or 4 day trip without a problem. So what it looks like on me, fully packed. Need to be careful not to put too much in the briefcase side, otherwise it'll kind of push the back out. I put a little bit in there, but it's not too bad. Other than that, this is a pretty comfortable carry. Straps are wide, well padded, a lot of good air ventilation. Other than the fact that the thing is just kind of a square backed rectangle, it is a fairly decent carry. In summary, the X case is functional, well organized, extremely well made, and durable. I think the best use for this bag is going to be primarily as a briefcase with functionality and expandability into a weekend travel bag. For example, if you're working in a city, you carry a laptop to work, this is going to work great for that. Then you want to take this bag, convert it out, pack gear in here, use it for weekends or short overnights. This would be a perfect bag. However, if you're a minimalist traveler, you like to go really light, I think the X case is a little too heavy to work as your primary travel pack. It has a lot of storage in the expansion pocket. However, unless you're traveling with a lot of tech gear, you're probably not going to need all the padding, organization, and all the pockets in the briefcase part of the bag. I hope you enjoyed this review on the Cordura X Case 3-way brief pack. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. And again, thanks for watching.